Hello there. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I haven't streamed in a while. I don't know whether my settings are still okay. Alright. Let's get this party on the road, I suppose. Can hear me fine. Beautiful. Alright. So. Penberlan Deluxe. Ignore the PDA because I haven't done that yet. It's normally the last thing to do. I've still got tweaks in that I want to do. But we're now into the testing stage of it. Any news on Orchard? I'm actually quite tempted to dump Orchard just so I can move on to Vent and win Orchard Farm. The issues I got on that are starting to do my head in a bit. And I am quite tempted to dump Orchard. Don't know whether I will yet, depends how it goes, but we shall see. I may just put that one on FSUK, especially since it's not originally my map anyway. Alright, so main yard. Not much has changed here. Got rid of the fence. Listen. So I'll give you a look around. And then we'll get on to some farming tonight. Don't often see that in my streams. Hey Tony, what's on? It hasn't got seasons currently. I was putting that in when I was on my coffee high in Dave's stream. Talking of which, hello Dave. We got them all coming in here now. Yeah, I might do that with Orchard. Release it that way. Maybe, possibly. Anyway, because then this is my testing mode. The starter equipment I've swapped out a little bit. You do start with that, and there's no standing mowers, stuff like that. I just brought in a couple little bits just to do it. I replaced that big ugly Giants one from, I've forgotten what the other map's called. And I put in Dorset's fertilizer trigger there. Can you tell I like Fent? Still got the silage pit there, and we've now got, it's a little bit stuttery, but that's just because I think I've got multi-angle in here. Yes, I think I have got that. Yeah, so we've got a feeding trough now instead of our mother troughs. Water trough where I was. And your other trough, just because it made more sense, because it even says in there, on with indoor and the other one, feeding trough, you have to access this one from this field to feed them. Got a little track in there for you. Still got the same seed fill point. Mad tractor, it will be coming along. I will be doing it. Fence 700 front loader. Well, it hasn't got the front loader on right now, but there she be. So yeah, still my favourite. Anyway, we got to take this one up there. Ready to do some farming, so I might as well take you on a tour. So I don't know how many of you have been watching VF's Penberlan diary videos. If so, you've seen some of the changes. But he's got version 2. This is the Deluxe edition. So I was gonna have mod on this map. Drove around a bit. It annoyed me. So I got rid of the mod. So you remember there was a barn here, now gone, now grass field. Still got that little claret in the corner. You know, Penberlan's a bit of a rundown farm. You still got missions on several fields. Fields are a little bit square. makes it a little bit, you know, the fields look exactly the same as it does on there, it's just details I'm missing off of that. Well, this one won't be coming to console. See now, look, I have got a little bit of mud there, but it won't work. So, I can just use it for looks on this. So there's the sheep farm down there. I'll take you the long way there. I've got missions on that field. And that field. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of the mud mod. I mean, it does make things interesting sometimes. But I don't know, I'm not really that much of a fan of it. Hey, Landy. So many people joining here that don't have spanners. Well, they do now. Yeah, just the mud mod is a little bit too much sometimes. Hey, Matt. Farmer Trav. So you remember this was a dirt lane? Not anymore, ain't. We got a nice bit of tarmac. Redone. Yeah, got rid of a lot of the hedges. And one thing I never realised, but all these hedges were duplicated. So it's taking up a lot more room, so this map is running a hell of a lot smoother now. This one doesn't have a mission on it, just due to the fact the equipment I couldn't quite get right and I got annoyed by it, so no mission on that one. But you've got plenty of other missions to get along with. Start with that field there, and the grass one there. I changed out that wire fence. To barbed wire fence. Delta. Mr. PB Gamer. Farmer Man. Hell. 26 people watching. I think this is the most I've ever had in my stream. So, yeah, so, I mean, that's a bit weird. So this is the new entrance to Penberlan main farm. I've swapped out them rubbish old FS 11 roads, I think they was originally. Hey, Witchy. I'm very good, Delta, thank you very much. How are you? And I put in them proper lanes, but we still got the old, these old roads here. Well, no need to show you up there. You guys already know about that farm entrance up there and all that. I had complaints about the field entrance there, so I moved it to there, so you can get in there easier now. And oh, I forgot to get rid of mud mod in a fair few places here. And I swapped out little bits for walls, barbed wire, swap out the edging of fields a little bit here. Places actually have signs on them now. Did them last night. There you go, county stores, Penberlan branch. That's not changed, still the same. And you remember there was a little wooded bit here? I decided to put in a little storage barn. So you can put some equipment, bales in there, your choice. So now before we go to the sheep, Matthew. Penberlan bioplant, food and Cornwall with green energy. So this place here hasn't changed. As far as this is being released, I think next weekend I'll submit this. I don't think I've got anything on next weekend, so I have plenty of time to upload it. And I've only got one problem with a node problem, which is kicking up a warning. And that is literally the only thing wrong with this map until I put seasons in, and then we'll see what's up. Used to have the gateway and all that to that field here. That is now, can't see it through the trees, but up there. Just to kind of force people up that road, really, a little bit. I'll be submitting it to ModHub. Same old entrance into the forestry area. And we have new village sign. You know where you're to now. Let this person cross here. So you got all this. More British looking houses. Rather than having them American ones. I mean, I haven't sorted out any lights and that on these, so it'll be a bit of an issue. And I noticed the basketball hasn't spawned, unless it's spawned underneath the concrete. So that's an issue. On the salt, on the right down. Yeah, this will be released way before Orchard. Orchard Farmer's doing my head in, and I've kind of lost passion with that map. We got a new sign, new edge in here. I've got to say that I redid all the walls through the village as well. Made them smaller. Yeah, I wanted to play basketball as well, Delta. But it seems the spawn's gone wrong on that. Move the telephone box down here. There's your market. Wood chip sell point. I had to redo the bottom of these signs, as it still had hard point. Hard point was from 15. So I had to redo that as hard point's no longer really relevant. Grass. We know. It's another one of your sell points. Penberlan grain sales. I did add an ATM into the wall rather than just having the money logo over there. As I know one of the first things VF said was about that. Did I say hi to you, Mark? I can't remember. Okay. Hey, Pedro. So, we used to have like a tacky, like a roundabout thing down here. I got rid of that now and just put in, like it has a map border, and you can only go down so far. So, you can see a little bit too much around that corner really, but I have put collisions there so you can't go too far. But this is now a map boundary rather than just a dead end. Some signs with local places around where the actual real Penberlan is. Whee. So, redid a couple of the farms. The sheep farm is now separate from everywhere. The pig farm I didn't really like the look of. It's kind of bothered me, I didn't really know what to do with it. So we'll get some farm done in a minute, guys. Tour's nearly over. It's not the biggest of maps. Your chickens are up here. Your eggs spawn over in that corner over there. There is some starting equipment that will be up here, but obviously I've set it up how I wanted. 2 sheds with collisions, so you can use it for root storage as your pigs are right there. So, slurry, manure. Your straw trigger is right here. And I finally got the bale triggers working on the feed triggers and all that as well, so you don't need a feeder. Some trough, water, and if you can't be bothered to get them, you can deliver them right at my gate. And placeables area. Big old placeables area. Oh, you can fit plenty in here. Let's just we got here. Put something like a heating plant in here. Yeah, that'll do for randomness. Or if you want to put a greenhouse in, you can fit several greenhouses in, so you've got a pretty damn good size area here where you can have a fair bit of fun with placeables, as I know placeables are getting a bigger and bigger thing in this game. So old abandoned line, railway yard there. I was going to put a train in, but I'll save that for a later map. So remember, the pig shed was right over that area there. I just got rid of it. It just didn't look right in this area, so that's gone now. Got a little lane here you can cut through. Field there. That field does have a mission on it. So we'll get going up to the new sheep farm and start cutting some grass. It's the sheep are the first thing I'm going to focus on with this testing. I've got the buy bale mod in, but where's the fun in that? Alright, so here's the new road. This was a map boundary in my very first one, I think it was. Then I decided to extend beyond it because I didn't think the map was very big. So then you ended up with that. And now it's extended and extended again. And I never took this boundary out, so now I've extended the river. You drive along the river. And took out this boundary, made a nice little picturesque area. I love this area from that junction right up to the sheep farm. It's probably the most detailed and picturesque thing I've ever done on any map. Now I know there's going to be a fair few complaints about this bridge. But first we'll go here. We've got Roseland Close, a couple houses. Lights do come on in these houses. Some cars parked up here. It will be seasons ready. Hey Lancy. Yeah, Seasons isn't in there yet. I was, Realmus, I think that's how you say it, I'm very good at pronunciation. I've changed a few things with implementing Seasons now, with different layers and everything, because they've got, Seasons 2.0 coming out. Sorry, I just need a drink now, man. Yeah, so they got Seasons 2.0 coming out, and you can change all these density layers and all that now, so things have changed a little bit. It's taken a little bit of reading. So I want to make this map future-proof as possible. So, this bridge here, you can come up here with CD Model's 28-foot bale trailer. I've done it. You may have to glitch through that little bollard there, but it is possible. It's quite a tight bridge. Crossing over this little river. Give you that bit for a bit of extra swing when you've got a trailer on, especially coming down the other way. And you've got a nice waterfall. So the river's actually got some origin now. Island is failing off. We've got country lane that goes up back here. Yeah, Dave's gonna love that bridge. He's gonna end up in the water more times than anything else, I reckon. And I quite like this area up here. And down across the map here. Hey Nick, how are things? Can Big Bud fit? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Dave will give it a damn good try like he did last time. So this is the field behind the pig area. There's the placeables down there. So you've got two ways to the sheep farm really. You can cut up through that way or this way. back of them. Actually, there's 3 ways you can get to sheep farm. So here is the sheep farm. Finally made it here. And the map finishes down there. I've got another barrier down there. Uh-oh. Big bud testing. Oh god. So this is an area which my friend Dutchy Modern said would be a good idea to have something like it in the map. So, you know, move the sheep away, give them their own area. So let them run riot a little bit on it. So you got bale storage shed there, especially when you got seasons, you want to get them through the winter. Plenty of storage for bales. Got machinery shed there. Static animals aren't everyone's friends, but it gives this a little bit more character. The old sheep kind of put out there. I like a little turning area here. And this area here, you've got your water trough there, your feed trough there, but trying to get in there from this angle with a front loader, good luck with that. And your pallets spawn here. I might change that. Might do. Might push the fence back. Sheep do come in here, but I might push that back a bit. Yeah. So this is a sheep area here. And you can get them there if you don't want to drop them off. So I think that's enough troll people with it. Yeah, this yard here is ideal for anybody using vintage classic kind of equipment, like maybe the old Massey pack that Black Sheep did and that. Yeah, it's pretty good for that. Tight little areas. Yeah, it's found quite often in Cornwall. Tiny little yards. Yeah, there and everywhere. So let's get a bit of farming done here, shall we? Don't often do farming on stream. Probably get shouted at by people for doing it wrong, I expect. Thank you very much, Johnny. Thank you, underused. This version here I'm hoping will be popular, especially considering I'm determined to get this on the mod hub this time. It will get on there. Stopping your entry to the amateur map contest. How comes that? How come you doing that? I was surprised to see how many entries there was in that actually. Pretty good idea. Get mappers, new mappers out there. I think this header might be a bit wide for the car I got going on here. Yeah, best way. Yeah, it is the best way. If you can hear that, that's the cat trying to wash herself. She's got a cone on her head. It's quite loud when she tries to lick herself. Yeah, that VF will fun on this one. You can get volume a bit high. No worries. Oh, that's why. Let's give it a little save as well. Hopefully that's better. How long did this take me? 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks to implement everything. Well, I got the sheep. I don't know, somebody look on Facebook for me. Whenever I posted the picture of the sheep farm, first of all, not letting anybody know what map it was. That's when I started it. Oh god, keep there we go. Hopefully that's alright. You there, Max? Yeah, I think I need luck getting onto the mod hub. Right. I haven't even fertilised this grass. Laziness or slacking at its best. You know what I've got to do, don't you? Thought so. See, now, if I was playing single player, this wouldn't happen. If I was playing single player, I would have remembered to turn that on and lower it, and away I went. As I was saying to EUSTACE the other day, the second I press that stream button, if it could go wrong, it will. So we'll just do that a bit by hand. Yeah, go for the like spike. Rookie. Hey, I'm a modder, I don't often get into the game. But saying that, my West Coast has got something like 70 hours on it now. Yeah, so that's how much I've been slacking. I've been too busy playing West Coast rather than doing modern. So, Orchard. Talking about Orchard just depresses me now, really does. But yeah, I will try my best to get Orchard out, I suppose. A shame, really. I did like the map and all that, but the errors, because it's such an old map and the way FS17 works and all that now, it's brought so many errors. West Coast, great map, just started seasons, yeah. See, I'm really gutted, because I started mine without seasons. I thought, I don't want to slow it down too much, you know. When I'm not doing modern, I just want a map just to chill out on and play. I kind of got to the point now where I've harvested, like, all the north of the map, because I'm sticking to the north, around the cow farm. I'm focusing just on the cows. And, I kind of reached a point now I've harvested, ploughed all the fields up, near enough ready to go for another sowing session. And now it's kind of like, well, you know, I got bales and all that, so they're not really going for it too much. So it's, you know, it's got its pros and cons. For YouTube, seasons is slow. For personal use, I think seasons gives the game a bit of purpose, because I could sow all them fields, more bales, you know, and then I've got 3 sheds full instead of 2, especially because I'm using Hestons on there. So I think you're right there, Landy. I think Orchard, because I've left it so long since I first gave it to, like, you, Mark, Sim, Chris. I gave it to quite a few people and all that, and I was expecting to have it ready for release not long after that, hence why I gave it to you YouTube players. And then it just, things just kind of escalated. I tried to add seasons into it, created errors. Just, I don't know, it's such an old map now. I'm wondering whether it's best just to let the thing go gracefully into the night with a little quiet download on some other kind of site. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mark. Yeah, I could just release it on my Facebook page as a beta. Yeah, I have lost a lot of passion for that map. A hell of a lot of passion. Yeah, it was one of my favourite maps. Well, it was... I joined FS kind of late, really. I started early 13, mid 13, something like that. And I only had a i3. See you later, Dodo. Have a good day. So, yeah, I started 13 Orchard, built up a stupid amount of hours on 13 with Orchard, and it wasn't really that long, and then 15 came out. So, I converted it across. I watched YouTube tutorials, learned how to do it, and that was my first map I converted. Orchard got me into modern, because I just solely wanted that map in the game. And 15, I did 3 versions of it. Like, as new things come out, I added it. Released, all on my page, of course. And, it's got to the point now where, you know, it's been going since FS11. Yeah, I've renewed the road network back to what it was. But, you know, yeah, maybe it's just time for some maps. I mean, with 19 coming out, I mean, what, we've got another year of this, and because I've learnt so much doing this, you know, hence why Penberlan's got another update, why V2 never got released, because I learnt as so much all the time. I just keep on doing it and doing it and doing it. And this was my first, my map. You know, I built this from the ground up. Ooh. Got a bit of a collision there, have we? So, yeah, so this map now, you know, this will be the last version of this map I do. I don't think I'm going to bring it through to 19. This one's been in 2 games now, so it's time for this one to go on. And I'm not sure. I mean, I want to get Vent and Win out before Christmas. I'm working alongside Lancyboi on a project as well. So that one there and Vent and Win, those are my two prize really. So I'll try and sort the problems with Orchard, I think, and then probably just release it as a beta with Russ's permission, because technically it's still his map. Yeah, good, give it just to friends. Small suggestion, go for it. I'm open to ideas. It's kind of nice, just chilling back and mowing. Struggling to think of what to talk about, mind. Talk about upcoming projects, I suppose. So this one release, depending on what happens with Orchard, that one. Vent and Win for Christmas. But change the grass texture. Oh yeah, the grass texture will be changed. I'm not keeping to this one. But yeah, so Vent and Win for Christmas, although I have got a bit of an issue with doing that, as Oakfield will be finished then. I mean, Dave's going to put it into testing then, obviously with his people he uses to test, like Landy, and I expect he'll be using the Frontier team to test that. So that's going to be out just after Christmas. So yet again, I go to release Vent and Win, and it's going to end up clashing with another Oxygen David map, as it did in 15 with Thornton. 14 just washed the floor with it, you know. Vent and Win went pretty unnoticed. And it's actually quite a while until I noticed that David done a series on it. And
I've watched that series twice.
Twice now, I think.
Yeah, I find it quite funny.
That series. Birthplace of some of his fictional characters, I think it is. So yeah, I want to get that map out this year, and then next year there's the map which you've all seen me stream a guided tour around, Horning Tops. And that map
there will be my Vent and Win for this one.
It will be my revolutionary map for 17.
And depending on how that goes, you know, maybe by Easter.
Then, depending on how Horning Tops goes after the new year, because it's 3 quarters of the way built already, you know, I've just got to implement some stuff I've learnt, change textures, stuff like that. So I'm hoping to have that one maybe ready by Easter.
I'm not in a rush to do that one.
Is this mower going to fit through there? So yeah, I'm not in a rush to get Horning Tops out. Wow, would you look at that?
I'm terrible at doing that.
Absolutely terrible. Yeah, too busy watching chat. Ugh. So yeah, after Horning Tops next year, I've got no map plans. No map plans at all. Whether that'll be the last one, or whether I start on one, start building ready for conversion into 19. I don't know whether that's a good idea or not to start doing stuff like that, as I had major issues with getting Horning Tops into 17 after I started building it in 15. But thanks to a good friend of mine,
Farm, he sorted it out for me. So
he's the one that got Horning Tops into
17 for me to carry on working. Hello there, Gamer Dragon.
So we'll wait for the old Butte there to catch up a minute. Surprised that hasn't lost the trail. I normally get a lot of that. So I will be changing the grass texture on this. Yeah, the one thing is, West Coast has a good grass texture, and I do quite like the texture from Downland, which I put into Orchard, and that looks good, because when it's
Cut, it looks really good.
But when you've got seasons, obviously when you start in spring, there's no grass, so the whole grass fields are yellow, and you don't get yellow grass fields that look like they've just had silage or haylage done on them that time of the year. Grass looks a little bit worn and tattered, but nothing quite like that. So yeah, you have got, you know, something like this. It looks alright come winter time in seasons, but then when you're doing stuff like this, it's no good.
I bet that's going to hit the bar below,
Got lucky there. So I do plan on, I say it's quite a bit really, but I do plan on trying to get more streams out. I just got to stop being lazy when I have got the time to do it really. So I'd like to do some more streaming on this in the next week hopefully. Just showcasing the map off a little bit. Build a little bit of hype, as much hype as I can for this map. Because next weekend it will be going off to Giants, maybe midweek, depending how seasons goes, where I can sort that node area with the silage pit. Once that's done and seasons is in with no errors, I will submit. I've already tested most of the animal triggers and all that quickly with a buy bale. It's just testing it like this gives me a good chance to stream. Talk to me followers. One thing which I forgot about when I was talking about maps next year. Fallen Tops probably will be my last map for this game, because if you're on Dave's Discord, I don't know, I think I might put it in his admin chat or something like that, is yeah, I've started motocross. So doing that and doing this in the evenings, you know, weekends, motocross. Weekdays modern, so it does get shared around a bit. Hopefully I'll be able to keep going with both. I would have thought so, considering I don't have that much, you know, motocross doesn't take up quite that much time. Especially when you're at entry level, that's for sure. Wait, what's that bit? Thank you very much, Johnny. A little bit of hype would do it some good, I hope. I want to get some music sorted out for my streams. Get some music, get some overlays done. It looks a bit bland. I'm watching it back on the screen here, it looks a little bit bland, just this. Yeah, have the chat window up. I don't know about face cam, don't know about that. But, you know, maybe a sub goal, stuff like that. Thing is, I'm still learning OBS, you know. I only learned today how to switch scenes, so. I don't spend a big amount of time in OBS, so I don't really know it like that. But I'm getting there. You've seen from my latest hey Farmer Boy latest video, I've learnt a few more techniques with my editing software. Free. I didn't quite do enough videos on YouTube to warrant Adobe Premiere or whatever it's called. I've got Sony Vegas, which I kind of regret getting because it's not the best, but it's not the easiest user-friendly kind of thing. So cheap and cheerful Windows Movie Maker for me. Yeah, see now, Twitch is good for that, because you can play songs which are actually in the charts, you know. Stuff that gets you copyright strikes on here, on Twitch, they don't really mind it. YouTube's like,
No, we don't want none of that. Map's gonna be out when it's out.
Next weekend I plan on submitting it to Giants. And then we play the little game of testing ping pong, as I like to call it, between myself and Giants. Sorting issues, getting it back in, all that kind of thing. Hopefully this time they understand what Cornish is. And the cows don't need mucking out in this version. It will go into the manure pit. I don't know, everybody will be happy with that, but it's the way it is on this map now. Light works. I'll have to have a look at that. I'm willing to try new software and everything for stuff. I wanted some different programs to let's move out of the way of E. I wanted some different photo editing software, and I've seen a few people
in like Slacks and all that.
I'm in using what's it called? GIMP. And I didn't really get along with that. This is going to end badly, isn't it? Cool. That was lucky.
Photoshop.
Oh, I'm too cheap for Photoshop. I would love to get Photoshop, absolutely love to, but
me being cheap. You're gonna have to
wait on seeing whether
Orchard's out.
Should probably put that down in
The description, really, shouldn't I?
Mind you, people still ask even when things are in the description, or even scrolling across the
Screen. €11
a month. Yeah, that ain't too bad. But then, between me using it to warrant paying for it, I'm not too sure. I might use paint.net quite a bit. Oh, it feels like I'd be mowing forever here. Oh. Hopefully get plenty of hay bales off of this.
You don't start with these fields.
These fields I just bought just because I'm testing. PDA being a little bit out as it is at the minute, it's kind of hard to know which fields it is. I think this one's mainly around the main yard, with a couple small grass ones.
Hey there, duck.
Gonna wait for that one to catch up with me a little bit, man. Throat's going a bit drier. Still got 28 people watching. Didn't think I'd be able to hold that many people in here for this long. I'm just going to make sure that I've done all the top of that field before I start driving off down here. This mower's not really the best setup for with a
Tether following you. 32 likes. Whoa!
I think I don't think any of my streams have ever got that many likes. I've noticed a little
Influx in
subscribers lately, so anyone new
that's watching this, thank you very much.
is appreciated. This
Stream will go up automatically.
stream archive will go up automatically once the stream's over and YouTube's done its little thing of rendering it and whatnot. New, are you, Matt?
What are you saying that the other day?
I didn't realise, but a YouTuber I watch, he does a lot of motocross games like MXGP3 and things like that. I watched his content for quite a while, probably about 6 months, something like that. And it didn't really occur to me until a couple nights ago when I was watching. I was like, I haven't even subscribed to him, but yeah, I'm watching all of his stuff.
And he's good at it.
So I thought, well,
Better press the sub button.
on that one. But it's surprising sometimes you can watch somebody's stuff without subbing. Easy to forget to do.
Maybe that's just me.
Chilled out and relaxed.
I got quite a drony voice. It's probably
Putting a lot of people to
sleep. That's probably why I've
I've got so many views.
viewers still, I expect. Falling asleep with their tablets or falling asleep on their
Desk. As I did last Saturday.
suffering quite bad with toothache
And
and
all that. Just working away on this map in GE. And started watching some YouTube videos and woke up an hour later, asleep on my keyboard. We're getting there. Didn't really realise this field was this big. In V2 that VF had, this was one big grass field. But I thought considering there's a sheep farm there now and this is their primary, I thought it was best to split it into two. I think this field's worth like 202,000. I don't really agree with how GE works out the field prices with the sizes. But, you know. Where's he going? Time for a bit of overkill. Well, at least I'm not the only one falling asleep on the deck. Mind you, it's not the first time I've done it either. I've been in TeamSpeak before with Landy and all that, and fallen asleep on the keyboard, woke up, computer's gone on to standby. You know, I'm out of the TeamSpeak and all that, and controller's off, game's frozen. I haven't been in TeamSpeak for quite a while actually. It's been a fair old while since I've been in there. I have to pop in and say hey to everybody. This should be fun. I don't drive in cab very often, so going over this bridge in cab should be fun. I've got to remember to swing wide. I did move the hedge there last night. Should have moved that tree a little bit, really. Oh god. 939. Going over that bridge. Not very good.
Hey Eddie. Hi and bye.
Got the cold. Oh, I know how that feels. I'm just coming out the other side of that, thank god. But it is, certainly is draining. Oh, hit the wall with the, rake. Whee. You think that's a bit overkill? The 939 on a twin rake. Personally, I think yeah, but be alright.
It's finally caught up to me.
Oh, been going for an hour already. It's taken an hour nearly to cut 2 foods. Not quite as impressive as Dave taking 2 hours stream to bail and collect bales on West Coast. Dave, if you're still in there, that was incredibly frustrating watching you throw them bales in that trailer. And then especially for it not to work. For them all to come out the back of it. Nearly 10 o'clock. Yeah. Surprised the other half isn't back yet. Just having her hair done tonight, like a dress rehearsal for the hair. As we both got a wedding to go to. Both of one of our friends getting married on the 27th. So that weekend's going to be a washout. Nothing happening that weekend. Hey Shane. Is that it? Have I cut every little bit of this field? Gateway's over there, isn't it? 3-day hangover. Yeah. Yeah, probably. It's on the Friday, so hopefully I'll be alright for work on the Monday. Just. Is he coming this way yet? Yeah. Yeah. Wondering whether I should take the 939 off that and stick a smaller tractor on it. But then, not all about realism here. Oh, hit the gate. Park this one in here for now. I think this one will follow me. I love this little tractor. I wasn't a big fan of it when it first came out. It's kind of grown on me. I like the animations and all that. Steering wheel was never down. I knew he's brought muddy boots in. Yeah, not a bad mod, this one. So this is Arm Team's new rake. First impressions, looks decent. It's just the same as the two-rotor one from 15, I think. Looks like the Coon just reskinned. Yeah, the old 800 is a pretty good mod. I do like that mod. I'll say, when it first came out I was like, eh, not really my kind of one. More into me modern day looking fence than the older ones, but is a too good a mod not to use that 800. I haven't got it that dirty yet, so I haven't seen that yet, Pedro. Probably get it plenty dirty on this. Who else misses the massive mega windrows used to be able to make in 15? Change of a script. Well, not script, just a few lines in the
map folder, and bam.
Seen it? I don't mind the curves on the fent, but I can't stand the look of the Vultra for some reason. Some pictures it looks good. You see it in real life? Yeah, not so much. Especially the bigger ones. Is it the S series? They're actually really grotesque in real life. They're horrible. The 700s, I think they look good with the curves on. Yeah, older ones is alright. Of them. So, it's nearly 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to call it at 10, so a couple more minutes and then I'll call it there. So I'm going just over an hour. Normally I don't really do more than that, so not too bad. And there's a massive risk if the missus come barging in loud as anything anytime soon. One thing I hate about 17 is the fact that the rin rowers now catch the top of the swaths, and then you end up with an awful mess. So tomorrow, day is it? Friday. Well, if I finish work early enough, I may do an early stream before Dave streams. Or I may possibly record an episode for my channel, which I haven't done in a very long time. So either, there will be something on my channel tomorrow to keep an eye out for. So I'll get to the end here, on this row here, and I will say goodbyes. Yeah, it's nuts. I hate it. I absolutely hate the fact that they catch the top of the swaths now. Makes a right mess. I mean, how unrealistic is it to have to switch off your windrow at the end of every turn? I don't know how high the... Whoa, got away over there. Not enough grass in this field by the look of it. So, yeah. Was it there? So, cheers for joining me on this. Glad, probably hear the mouse scrolling like mad here as I'm going up. I don't think I got the console dev activated right now, so can't use that. There you go. So for such a small map, it's actually grown a fair bit in size now. With the possibility of growing even more, but not in this one. So, thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you either tomorrow or watch my video tomorrow, depending on which one I do, depending on what time I finish work tomorrow. So, thanks for joining me. Leave a like on the way out if you haven't already, and see you later. Goodbye.